Hello. Welcome. Okay, still have to gotta set up some stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go open Twitch and go to the dashboard, the creator dashboard, stream manager. Pop out the chat. And then we'll have the chat. I'm gonna set up the floating chat. And choose a window. Let's see, where is it? This one? This one. Not that one, this one. There it is. Okay, this is open now. Everything's here. Got social distancing, everything's great. You know, the usual Wednesday. Got the floating window out here. Alright, welcome Stream Elements, welcome Shima Panic, Stanley, Slime Molder, Algernon. Hello, welcome. Alright, so today the weather's actually like not so bad. Last week I had to turn on my air conditioner, and I don't think I need it today. Like, I woke up this morning and it was kind of cold actually. It's about like 70 something instead of the 80s, and it was cool. Like, literally, it was literally cool. And I was like, man, that's nice. I don't have to turn on my air conditioner today. You know, I could just stream as normal. The audio is gonna sound similar. I noticed my voice sounds different to me, but I don't know if you guys notice it. Mint noticed yesterday. She was like, your nose sounds kind of stuffy. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I don't know why that is. I don't know. I have no idea. I've been biking outside, that's cool. But yeah, we're here. It's another edition of Wednesday out here on the lake. I need to adjust my VR headset. Give me 1 second. It's like the plastic thing on the bottom kind of like detached a little bit. Okay, no, we're fine. We're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everyone's having a good time. Basically, so yesterday I played Mini Motorways on stream, and after I finished stream, I was like, man, this game is kind of fun. So I actually ended up playing more of that game off stream. Several hours. I installed it on my Mac as well. Also, welcome Zoli. Was watching videos of people playing, looking up some strategies. They're like, oh, here's what you do. You gotta do this stuff. And welcome Hamflo. And it was cool. You know, I got scores that are like in the mid thousands. You know, like 1,500 or whatever. 3 seconds late. Anyway. Remember last time we set this thing up? Put up a bunch of watches. Okay, so we have confirmed the theory that if you put an item somewhere and you quit the game, the next time you reopen the game, the items that are stuck in the air are suddenly not, you know, they're just fixed there. So we can use this to our advantage somehow. We can just continue to put things floating in the air. I'm gonna put this back up here. This tower is just gonna keep growing every stream, okay? And put this one right there. Put these right there. I sound different. Yeah, I was just talking about that. I was talking about how, like, yesterday Mint mentioned that my voice sounded stuffy. And I was like, I don't know why that is. And I still don't know why that is. I do feel like my voice is a bit stuffy though. Let me make sure I didn't set any settings on my mic. Filters. No, it's fine. Yeah, see, I was even saying, I was like, I probably sound different today. And then no one said anything. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know. put Minecraft. This isn't Minecraft. What is this? Some kind of Minecraft? Actually, I could put this up here. Just leave this here. Just don't touch this. Next stream we'll come back. You know, we'll just have like floating items like all the way up there. Because I know like if you have items that are like outside of your play area, they get reset sometimes. I don't know if that applies height-wise. It definitely applies like, you know, if there's an item on the edge of the boat and I can't reach it, it'll like respawn it in the middle of the boat. But like what do they do if it's too high up? Does it even do anything? Probably not. You know, because people could be really tall. That's the thing. People could be so tall. There's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, what about this is Minecraft? Like putting items in the air? Is that Minecraft? When I think of Minecraft, I think of cubes. I think of blocks. Blocks are out there. Anyway, we're fishing. We're just back here on the lake fishing. Also, welcome Frosty Klondike. Local man is a mountain turned human. Yeah, like that one up there. Like that mountain up there. People can be tall. It is true though. Right? Or someone could be standing on a ladder, you know? You can't stop someone from standing on a ladder. If they want to stand on a ladder, they can. It's not up to us to stop them. Stacking blocks and making things float in the air by removing blocks below. Yeah, but this is very specific. You gotta put the items, and then when you quit the game, everything that was in midair just stays in midair until you interact with it. But that is cool though. It is cool. Now we have like long-term objectives. Wait, what if we, you know, I've just been putting like items. What if I put like a fish, right? What if I stack a bunch of fish and then the next time we start the stream, the fish is just gonna be floating in the air. And people are like, whoa, how'd you get that fish to float? And I'll be like, you wouldn't understand. It's advanced physics. I don't know if the physics applies to the fish. It might. We could try it with this one. Unfortunately, like the first fish that we caught at the start of this year and got glitched through the boat at some point. Yeah, do it exactly. It might be a bit distracting if like if I stack the thing up here. So maybe I'll put it like to the side over here. I'll start like a new stack of stuff over here. I'll do it. That's gonna be our new long-term objective. Can we stack the fish? I think you can stack fish in this game. Just stack the fish on top of each other. Okay, here. If we do this, okay. I'm gonna take this. Put the can right there. Can we stack the fish on the can? Okay, never mind. You can't. Oh, actually, no. I don't think this will work because the fish is a bit too big. The center of gravity causes it to just fall. Like, it works with this stuff because it's pretty small. You can get bread slices. You can get a sandwich, but you can't really. Oh wait, if you get two of them, you could do this. It doesn't really work, unfortunately. Yeah, it's just not meant to be. But you could put the sandwiches together. Look at this. They didn't intend for this to happen. The physics interactions. What if we just have like a floating sandwich? Oh, frick. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's perfectly acceptable. And they eat an entire... You cannot eat the fish in this game. You could eat the sandwiches. The fish, not so much. could try, but you can't. Literally could not do it. Oh no. What if we just have like, put the sandwiches like this? So every time we go to sell a fish, we'll be like, just reminded of the sandwiches that we had. What if the fish was in the sandwich? You can't do that though. The physics, it just doesn't work. The physics just doesn't work. You try to feed the fish the sandwich, but it doesn't do it. The physics does not work that way. It was not meant to be, unfortunately. You know, we'll release this fish. Get out of here. I feel like if we're gonna balance a fish, it needs to be like a small one. Like one of those small green fish that we see sometimes. Try to do that. But anyway, anything... Welcome, Cole. Munching on a full sandwich. If you stack enough watches side by side, maybe you can put the fish on top. No, I think like the fish is too big, right? The reason why these work is that they're all the same size. So you can put them on top of each other and it's fine. Like the fish is like, it's too much. I think it's just too big. And throw the fish like a baseball? Not really a baseball. It's more like a football. An American football. It's like a baseball. It would be like a sphere, you know? A spherical object. But a fish is more like... It's shaped more similarly to a football than like a traditional ball. Also, welcome, Nutritious. When you stack watches on fish, does it mean you are seasoning it with time? This is a pun on time. I understood the pun. I don't really even know what time is. Like the seasoning, I don't... You guys ever like eat a food and you're like, this is like pretty decent, but it could use some more time. Like who says that? Do people actually have a craving for time? You do that? I don't even know what time really is. What does it even taste like? I don't know. It's not a thing that I think about often. Is it like very commonly used? Am I just not aware because I don't cook? Like it could be that everything that I like eating has time in it. So welcome, Nezu Hishima. Food can be undercooked and need more time. Yeah, no, but I mean like the other kind of time. The seasoning. I knew someone was gonna make that joke. It's like the most obvious, you know, time, it sounds just like time. It's basically the same thing. But I mean like the seasoning known as time. Oops. Oh shoot. Anyway, what else is going on? Nothing really, no updates from me. Finally got like a rejection from one of the companies I applied to 2 months ago, which I kind of expected, but you know, whatever, it's fine. Expected, you know? If they haven't responded in 2 months, just assume that they don't care. But that's fine. The seasoning known as time, as strong as the hacker known as fortune. No, it's anonymous. Okay, I know what you're referencing. Anonymous. You guys know they're a legion. What's the deal with that? League of Legends. They're Legion. Isn't that the hit game known as Legend League? Are they still alive? I don't know, probably. I mean, that's the thing though. It's anyone. It could literally be anyone. It could be you. You could be anonymous. I could be anonymous. Your neighbor could be anonymous. This fish could be anonymous, right? I could have caught I could have caught the famed hacker activist group known as Anonymous. Everyone just stopped reporting on them to avoid copycats. I guess that's the thing, because like anyone could claim to be, because like that's the point, right? The name Anonymous, you could literally anyone. You ever posted anywhere? You ever used a website that doesn't require registration? You're literally anonymous. Yeah, tracking cookies. What a world. What kind of world do we live in today? But anyway, yeah, besides that, not really that much. Yeah, still got my interview on Friday. That's, you know, I'm surprised they scheduled it so far away, right? They asked for availability on Tuesday, and I gave them like a bunch of days. And then they're like, yeah, how about Friday? I was like, what the Friday? I would assume you would have chosen like Thursday, right? Because like, you know, you tell someone your availability, and you're like, they're probably not going to pick tomorrow, because, you know, that's too soon. Thursday would be the best, but they chose Friday. What the? Also, welcome Happy Toaster. What's the deal with that? And then since it's Friday, it's like, well, then, you know, once the meeting's over, they can't do the feedback on Friday, you know, because people usually leave early on Friday. Like, you know, they're not focused as much. And then it'll be like until Monday when they can talk about it. And then then they have to schedule stuff. Then it's like, you know, maybe that's what they want. Maybe they want to delay it, which is fine. You know, I'm still waiting for other companies to reply. See, the other day I went to check out the rules of 4chan. I saw the boards. It's just a normal website. I guess, I don't know. I know Hamflow uses it. He talks about that website sometimes. When people leave work on Friday, do they feedback? What? What does that mean? What are you talking about? Have a whole... Yo, what if Hamflow is the anonymous hacker known as 4chan? That's what? 3D modeling? I'm sure they have boards for everything. I don't really know. Haven't really kept up, you know, I don't keep up with that. People just out here posting. I feel like the most I see of it is when people like post screenshots of it on Twitter. It's always like, look at this funny thing that happened, and it's just like a screenshot of a 4chan post. That's the extent of stuff that I see nowadays. Simulder posted on VG a couple of boards a decade ago. That's the video games one. I know. VG, that stands for video games. I know. It's gotta be. 4chan really is entertaining when you see it on Twitter. It is pretty deranged. People out there just posting things. It's wild what people can do when it's anonymous, you know. There's some, like, you know, when you think of like famous internet like posts and stuff like that, people always like repost stuff from like Tumblr, from Twitter. It's like when you go on a social media site, like all the popular posts are always just like people posting screenshots of other content from other sites. You know, you go on Twitter, people are posting screenshots from Twitter, from Tumblr, from 4chan. Just reusing stuff. VG is Video Game Generals, which is separate from V, which is just video games. I actually didn't know that. Okay, yeah, right, it's /V, right? What? I don't actually know what VG is then. Turns out I do not know. What is the difference of Video Game Generals? What's the deal with that? There's funny deranged and unfunny deranged. That's how, you know, that's how the internet is. That's how things work nowadays. Everyone's just posting. People just out here posting things. Hey, look, the bear's back, guys. Check it out. You've seen this so many times. It's not even interesting anymore, right? The bear used to be such a rare occurrence, and now it feels like we see it every single week. Right, what's going on? Bear, are you okay? What's happening? It's not even, you know, it's not even new anymore. You've seen the bear glitch into the wall so many times. You know, the bear lies down and starts like glitching out. What's going on? What's happening? That bear. About the video game lieutenants? I don't even know what the general means there. Generals are just a big thread to encompass all conversation about one topic, in this case, one specific video game, so as to not clutter the board. Is VG... Is that like a separate... Is that like a thread on the /v? What do they call them? And like Reddit calls them subreddits. Is 4chan, or are they just called boards? Is that just like a thread on the /v board? Is that what you mean? It's a whole separate board? But you said it's a big thread. Generals are just a big thread. So is it like, it's just a board where people post like, here's where we talk about like Super Smash Bros. Here's where we talk about Undertale or whatever. All the threads on that board being general. Oh, I see, okay. I see, okay, so people don't make specific posts about like, you know, hey, check out this thing. It's always like they put them in the specific general thread about that thing. 4chan is boards, I know. This posting, I think VG tended to have a little more serious discussion. Or V was heck posts. I see. I see. I understand everything now. Literally everything makes sense. Pokemon has their own board. Is it /P? There's a politics one. It's like /Paul or whatever. What's the Pokemon one? /Poke. Also, welcome Chicken Coop. Thank you for that 13 months. Yo, that's a whole year. VP. Video Pokemon. Welcome Impulsive Arc. Video is gotta be Video Pokemon. Vice President. Part of the 4chan I touch the most is the manga scanlations that are made by you. It's you. I know there's a music one, right? Northern Lion talks about it sometimes. I don't know, he references, he's like, oh, this is like, there's a guy who posts on /mu. This is totally a guy who posts on /mu. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Apparently that's music. You is Yuri. How did they choose that? How do they choose the letters? What's the deal? Paul is full of boomers? Paul, isn't that the guy from the Beatles? Paul? This is not even funny. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just fishing. VP is probably also a pun for Vaporeon, I think. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's where the Vaporeon copy pasta came from. That's like the most famous Pokemon copy pasta. Everyone knows it. The internet has ruined Vaporeon. John Lennon. Vaporeon copy pasta is a Reddit meme? No, I'm pretty sure it came from 4chan. You think people on Reddit can post something like that? Definitely, it does not sound like a Reddit post. Let's see, I think the aeroplane over the sea was a meme album. I don't even know what that is. The aeroplane over the sea. Couldn't tell you on the meme source, I just assume it's existed since the dawn of time. People merely rediscovered it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I saw a post on Twitter that was like, oh, no, Pokemon memes from normies, and it's like, haha, Vaporeon. And then it's like Pokemon memes from the competitive Pokemon community. And it's like, I don't even understand. It's like some JoJo thing. It's like a guy, and it's like, poison mist has shrouded the arena, and then like 3 Pokemon come out, and I'm like, this is so specific. You ever see like memes that are so specific to a piece of content, and you look at it and you're like, this is not funny to anyone that doesn't, it was like, who doesn't really know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Right? It's like if you saw like a very specific VTuber meme, and it's like 3 levels of irony deep, and you're just like, literally anyone who is not familiar with this, if they look at it, they're just like, this is not funny. Competitive, yeah, exactly. Competitive Pokemon memes. I don't even know who those Pokemon are. So apparently 2018 VP. I can laugh at memes I have no context to. Sometimes that makes it funnier. Right? Sometimes if you have no context to something and it's just like, this is so this is so specific, it doesn't make any sense. It's like when people have like Facebook groups that are like really specific interests, it's like, oh yeah, here's like a wood carving meme, and it's like, you know, a common meme template, but then it's like so specific. It's like, oh, you know, these guys, when they don't use the, I don't know, I can't even think of one. I don't even know. This would be funnier if I could make up a meme right now. Sometimes I see those VTuber 4chan posts and laugh without any context. There's a lot of them. I see them posted on Twitter sometimes. There's like a guy on a Discord that, like, one of my friend groups has some overlap with. And there's like this one guy, all he posts about is like 4chan VTuber posts. It feels like he's like literally on there all the time. That's like the only thing he ever talks about. I don't know him, I just see his posts on Discord. He's always like, oh, check out, this is what these guys are saying on 4chan about this VTuber. Oh, you guys see this thread? You guys see this this meme? And I'm just like, I don't. I mean, I don't talk in that Discord, but I do read. And I'm just like, of course this guy would talk about this stuff. He's literally always online. See, the best gameplay related one is probably the RC Steel one, since it's 90% there in the image. What's that? Pokemon memes. Anyone have like a favorite, like really obscure meme? There's got to be like some VTuber communities who have, like, you know, they have some sort of inside joke, and they post memes on the VTuber specific Discord, and like no one understands except the people that are there, and they're just like, this is so funny, this is the funniest thing. But anyone outside the community, they're just like, yeah, this makes no sense, this is literally incomprehensible. Need some like archaeologists to discover what it was about. Welcome, sun, and a bunch of numbers. Welcome to Wednesday. Fishing Wednesdays. I failed to catch a fish this time. It's like, okay, like if you saw a meme that was like, Wolfie when he says the bear is real, and then it's like, you know, some sort of reaction image, and then like everyone who is not familiar with these fishing streams, they're just like, I don't understand this. This literally is incomprehensible. And then like it goes viral and everyone's like, what is this about? What bear? Who's Wolfie? Wolfie streams? Wolfie's a streamer? Welcome, ChocoJax. What does this mean? We gotta find out the meaning behind this. And people are like, well, Wolfie, the small Ame guy, The bear? What is this about? Is this a reference to Hololive? No, it's gotta be a Toho reference. There's a bear Toho. Wolfie when he says bear, sus. What's up? Yeah, welcome. Not much going on today. You guys ever see a cockroach being eaten by ants? I saw that today. Isn't that weird? Like, I've had an ant problem, I've talked about it. Today I saw a cockroach, and it was dead. And there were a lot of ants swarming it. That is weird. It's kind of messed up. They like pull off the legs of the cockroach. Also, welcome Essie. I didn't even know this could happen. I just saw like a dead cockroach, and it was like its limbs were like missing, and then like I found like, I don't know, how do ants do that? How do they carry something like that? Have you seen it? You guys have not seen it. I saw it, and it was kind of messed up. Anyway, that's my story for today. It's a thing I saw. There were so many ants. It's like, it's summer. I don't know what they're doing. They do work together, though. Let's see, Tohomon puppet stuff? Wait, what? What's that about? I don't even know. Gotta love Toho for having at least one of every fan game. Oh, you mean, oh yeah, Toho, okay. I'm talking about like a bear. Yeah. That's what you're talking about. They can carry something like 200 times their body weight? Yeah, but like, I don't know where they were bringing it. It's just kind of disturbing, honestly. Ants are cool unless they're the kind that make you feel like you're a flame. Fire ants? Oh yeah, the ants that are like really red. Pincers are also relatively strong for their size. Sometimes your kitchen gets a ton of ants. You should check out Taro ant bait. Look, the bear's back again. Check it out. I feel like the whoops. I feel like the only time I've ever seen ant bait that worked was Taro. I've tried a few different brands of ant bait. There's one like local brand, I forget what it was called. I tried it, didn't really work. You get like the Taro ant bait stations, they work pretty well. I would recommend it. It's not an ad or anything. I'm just saying, I've tried other ones. And that one works the best. Okay, let me go back. Back to the anthill. Yeah, that's what ant baits do. They bring them back, and then, you know, they feed it to the queen, and then the queen's like, yo, this is delicious, where do you get this? And then all the ants start going there, and then at some point the queen dies, and then it stops creating new ants. And like, I think the thing that's in it is just like, it's called borax, and it's like the stuff that's in detergent. Apparently it's like, it's safe for humans because, you know, we use it to wash our clothing. But it's bad for ants. Let's see, something I have seen that's pretty cool was mercury cast of abandoned ant nests. Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Some people do that with like hornets' nests. Like sometimes like hornets and wasps, they have like, I don't know, they have like a thing underground, and then people, they'll just like, you know, either they'll vacuum up all the wasps, or they'll, I don't know, they'll get rid of them in some way. Sometimes people, they pour stuff in there. It's wild. Wasps do be scary. And also the word wasps is unpleasant. It's got this, the sound is too sharp. Wasps. That's crazy. There's a trend on TikTok where people eat borax? What? Why? Why do people do things? Why do people do things on TikTok? Yeah, wasps. It's like when you try to greet a cat. Psst, psst, psst. There's Tide Pods. I forgot that was a thing. Wasn't there like a thing with like mysterious like pink? What is it? What was that trend? Pink sauce or whatever? Just like a... I don't even know what that was about, but that was a thing, right? People will just eat anything. The Grimace Shake. What if you started combining the memes? You get the pink sauce, you mix it with the Grimace Shake, you put borax in it. You put a Tide Pod, you crush a Tide Pod in there for additional flavor. This is a joke, by the way. Twitch, this is a joke. This is for parody reasons. I don't mean to do this for real. Cinnamon challenge. Oh yeah, that is a thing as well. Yeah, just put cinnamon into the thing. Presenting to the emergency room. It's like when people just record TikToks in public and like they don't ask anyone for permission. You know, just have someone walk up to you, like recording with the camera in your face. You're just like, what is this? Is this for content? Am I being used for content? Imagine being like someone who does customer service and like, you know, you see like a TikTok influencer walk in. Just like, oh man, this again. Come on. Recording everything. Also, welcome Tag Barrel. Blackout challenge? What is that? Was there a challenge? What is that? You saw a wild TikTok today? Do you mean you saw someone recording a TikTok in the wild? Or do you mean you saw a TikTok that was wild? See, I feel like 10% of being a parent is making sure your kid doesn't kill themselves. That's possibly true. You know, I feel like nowadays, if you give like children access to TikTok, they'll see some like really weird stuff. They'll just be into some really weird meme. It's like, Mom, everyone's doing it. It's the latest TikTok trend. It's where we all drink dangerous chemicals for content. It's like, look, my friend did it. She has 1 million followers now because people watched her. That's why she's famous. Blackout challenge is just choking yourself until you pass out. What the frick? That sounds stupid. Like, and it's not even like... It doesn't even sound like it'd be fun to watch, right? I mean, like, none of these are, but like that one specifically just sounds really bad. Let's see, I don't think the average retail worker would recognize the average TikTok influencer. No, you would recognize them because they would be recording all the time. Right? You probably wouldn't recognize them based on appearance, but you would recognize them based on the fact that they always got like a phone pointed at them. And they're like saying stuff aloud. They're like, yo, check it out, guys. I'm at Home Depot. I'm gonna get some plywood, you know, for the plywood challenge. You guys remember planking? That was before TikTok. People would just go lie down on the floor. So what is this Reddit link? TikTok cringe, r/TikTok cringe. Just a dude whipping up his camera to record a guy closely starting at a statue's behind. What? What does that mean? Closely. You know, we might have to click the link to find out the context. Aren't I a boat influencer, am I? Also, welcome Lovekey. Hold on, here we go. Okay, we're sitting down. What is this about? What is this one? Okay, it's just a guy. Oh, there's just a guy staring at the... I see. I don't have the sound on. I feel like I don't even need the sound on. I kind of understand. But it could be, like, the guy in the background could be part of the TikTok, right? This could be a planned thing. Anyway, I don't know. Black out by climbing into bed and napping. Yeah, the napping challenge. Just go to sleep. Let's see, how would the worker know they're an influencer versus random guy with 3 followers? Well, you don't really need a significant audience to be considered. I guess you do have to be. I don't know. Like, how many followers do you need to be considered an influencer? Is there like a limit? Is there like a lower limit? If you have like 1 person, but that 1 person like literally is always following you, they check your every post. Like, could you say that you've influenced that 1 person? Right? If you recommend something and someone's like, yo, I love that thing. Are you then valid influencer? I don't even know. Am I not a boat influencer? Not really. See, still waiting for the gun challenge where people just you can't have that. It'll be removed by the platform. Here's a repost of the one TikTok I saw earlier, which is decent fun. What's this one? Fireworks explosion. This is like the kind of stuff I would see on YouTube Shorts. I didn't know TikToks could be this long. 1 minute and 48 seconds? That's so long. I don't have the attention span for them. Holy frick, okay. I see. I understand. That's cool. Planking was harmless. Yeah, relatively. Now there was the NPC fetish stuff on TikTok is degenerate adult engaging rather than actual kids. Yeah, it's like the yes, yes, yes. Ice cream, yum. Northern Lion references it all the time. It's part of his content now. Exactly 16 followers. I don't think I'd recognize any influencer except Mr. Beast. What about, I don't even know. What about Northern Lion? You see a bald man. Yo, that's Northern Lion. Fireworks, vines. TikTok can be long. No, I thought TikToks could be like 1 minute, but this one's like pretty long. I also thought TikToks were like vertical. Why is this one shot in landscape mode? That's weird. Can't even remember what vines were attached to. What do you mean by attached to? It was its own thing. See, ChocoJack saw that the other day. It's so weird, that the NPC stuff. I was looking at a bald guy and went, he kind of looks like NL. I mean, he could have been. It could have been him. He could have been taking a trip to Germany. The phone turned sideways probably does landscape. No idea, I don't make TikToks. Yeah, but like, I feel like no one posts landscape videos on TikTok. It's always vertical. Yeah, the ice cream. It's like people donate money, and like Northern Lion's been talking about this a lot. He's also like, isn't it kind of the same as what a lot of streamers do though? They just get donations and they just like, they'll just read the donation and say thank you. So yo, thank you for the 5 gift subs. It's like this kind of the same thing, right? It's like, you know, ice cream, yum yum yum. I just got shocked by lightning or whatever. It's like it's the same thing. When VTubers do like super chat readings, you know, I mean, they add more context. I just copied an NL. I just said NL has been talking about this. I'm literally referencing his stream. So welcome, Feet Man. I'm doing okay. I already know what tweet that is before I click it. It's the one where he says, you know, thanks for the gift subs or whatever. I am extremely Northern Lion Pill. He's the best streamer, guys. You don't even know. I watch his streams and I'm like, this is content. This is the peak content of all time. The coat is coated. It's the content of all time. nothing could ever surpass this guy's content. And that's why he's the GOAT. You know, Northern Lion, you think he's a lion? Actually, he's a GOAT. He's the GOAT. Should be Northern Goat instead. But yeah, I don't know. It's good though. Yeah, the coat. If NL is so good, why isn't he Wolfie? Because he's better. It's because he's better. Has anyone seen Wolfie and NL stream at the same time? I've had overlaps. I start my stream at exactly 5 p.m. Sometimes his streams go past 5 p.m. Eastern time. You know, sometimes he'll be streaming at 5:01. I guess I am in my waiting room though. I'm in my waiting room screen until like 5:05. No, he's definitely gone past 5:05. It has definitely happened. Did I see Towa-sama's new outfit? I have not. I don't really keep up with corporate VTubers that much. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's great. This Twitch channel gave me the NL pill. It's good. It's good content. NL better, Wolfie so humble proves he's better. That's not true at all. Unless you mean, okay, proves he, you didn't say he could be referring to NL. In which case you were correct. Cole has never even seen a live NL. He's live like pretty much almost every weekday. At the same time, you know when to expect him. Let's see, Wolfie has abandoned Hololive, a new age has been brought upon us. No. I mean, I never really even watched Towa, so I don't even know, right? I don't even know. You know, cause like for streams, I tend to leave them on in the background. And if it's like a Japanese streamer, I don't really understand what they're saying most of the time, so it's just like, you know, just leave on like an English speaking streamer instead, because then I can actually understand what they're saying. Wolfie only watches Pomo. No, I watch Northern Lion. I watch Choco Jacks, I watch Hamflow. Karagi sometimes. See, he refers to Wolfie. I base this on Wolfie being good and not knowing who NL is. You should watch him. Northern Lion, he's good. I've been watching him for more than 10 years at this point. Feetman also barely watches her streams. What? Did I ever get into a JP VTuber? I watched some of like back then when the only real VTubers were like Using Eye and like Kaguya Luna. I watched their pre-recorded content. Besides that, not really. Not very much. In terms of corporate, no, I watch anime sometimes. If you're talking about like corporate VTubers, I'll tune into Polu streams. I'll tune into Amelia Watson streams sometimes. Feetman barely watches Polu now either. I can't believe it. Can't believe Feetman has abandoned Pomu and Puff. It's messed up. Let's see, I used to watch a CN indie VTuber, but they stream in English. Do they stream on Bilibili, a website known as Bilibili? Do they watch any Face Connects? I do not. I'm aware of some of them. I'm aware of the existence of streamers. They stream on Twitch. There's a lot of people that stream on Twitch. I stream on Twitch. You're streaming on Twitch. VTuber in that they have a model akin to me. Not like being super into the scene. Wait, what? They have like a small VTuber model? Or do you just mean like they're just someone that streams but they happen to have like a VTuber model, but they don't really consider themselves a VTuber? That's it, the small model? I see. Feetman says, I will never abandon like a dad that goes away for 5 years and then comes back. Does that mean that you will not come back? See, Zoli said, the only corporal I tend to watch is Enna when she's Atsu's. Yeah, wait, is it? Doesn't Enna use the same background music? For me? Like my loading screen, right? It has that background music. Sometimes I see clips of Enna, and she has the same music playing in the background. And I'm like, wait a second, that's the song I use. That's my waiting room. I used it first. Can't believe Enna would steal that song from me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a royalty-free background music. Might be I usually don't show up for waiting rooms. Let's see, what do I like more about Northern Lion? The fact that he's Canadian or his shiny forehead? I like his funny banter. Neither of those two things that you mentioned affect what I think. Also, welcome Yurga. Have I ever seen Enna and Wolfie stream at the same time? Probably. There's probably significant overlap. That wasn't an option? Well, too bad. It's too bad. Also, what do you mean? What do you mean he's Canadian? What do you mean his shiny forehead? Are you telling me he's bald? Are you telling me Northern Lion is bald? I don't think so. Enna usually streams midday Europe. That's cool. It's nice, you know, when people stream at European friendly times. That's always like a common complaint I see when people are talking about like Hololive EN. They're just like, man, no one ever streams EU time. When is Holo EN 3 coming out? I hope they have some European streamers in Holo EN 3. And then like, that's never happening. There's never Holo EN 3. Like, when is that gonna happen, huh? Wouldn't it be funny if they announced it tomorrow? You could have been like, wait a second. Wolfie talked about this yesterday. Does he have insider information? Does he know about Holo EN 3? Did they commission Wolfie to draw Holo EN 3? The fact that I said this implies that I don't have any insider information. Otherwise, it'd be such a coincidence. What was a kilometer? It's 1,000 meters. See, I knew that all the Nijisanjis were guys and the guy was Wolfie. Kiara's European. She is, but I mean like comparatively, like most other Holo EN streamers do not stream in EU friendly times. I know like Holo Stars, they do stream at like EU friendly times, but like I feel like a lot of Hololive viewers are just like, oh, males. I'm not here to watch a male VTuber. Freaking get that guy out of here. I don't know. What is a meter? It's a one out of 1,000 of a kilometer. She worked for Lufthansa once. Oh, the airline. See, I would watch Vesper, but I'm usually on Twitch for too long because his Zatsus are wild. I like Vesper. He's a cool guy. Unfortunately, he's like, I don't know what's happening. You know, like Magdi and Vesper were like out of commission. We don't even know where they are. Like, what's going on? What's happening? What did they do? Something? Are they sick? Did they get arrested? What's happening? Vesper, if you're watching this, let us know. He's not watching this. Also, I should hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate. It's been an hour. Alright. I've hydrated. Perma suspended. Freedom units, they went on an extended fishing vacation. We'll never know. I think they also posted a tweet that was like, oh, the Holo Tempest 1 year anniversary has been delayed. And we're just like, I don't know. When are they coming back? Where's Vesper? Where's Magni? What are they doing? The meter is the SI unit of length, defined by taking the fixed numerical value. You know how like the kilogram or the gram has like, it corresponds to like a physical object somewhere in like a museum in Europe? Maybe not a museum, but like, you know, there's a physical object that is like, this thing is what defines a gram or a kilogram. Is there one for like the meter? Is there like a canonical, like this object represents a meter? Has an anniversary stream ever been delayed? I actually don't know. They redefine metric units? Oh, is it because like it used to be based on like a physical object, and suddenly they were like, this is kind of stupid. Let's define it relative to relative to the speed of light. I see. That makes sense, because like, you know, the object could get damaged. It'd make no sense if like, you know, someone could like steal the physical object that represents a kilogram, and then they could like destroy it, and then suddenly like everything in the world is broken. Oh frick, guys. We have the... Okay, if I unpause, you're gonna see the Loch Ness Monster show up on screen. Check it out, guys. There it is. Stop! No, I don't want to catch fish. Check it out, guys. It's going. Okay, it's going. You guys saw it, right? It's real. This is like the third or fourth time we've seen it. At least they delayed it rather than having a sad anniversary. It is true. Although I feel like Vesper also doesn't tend to join like the big collab streams, right? Every time they do like a stream that's like all of Holo Tempest, he's like not there. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening. You know, now I just watch the same streamers. They just stream like every weekday. Literally all the time. Oop. We're fishing. I should sell these fish. Bam. $56 right there. Easy money, so easy. That money is so easy. See, how do they do it? Do what? Rather than Vesper being a problem child, he is actually a problem adult. No, he's normal. What if he's the most normal one of all of them? Everyone's like, he's so wacky. He bought a spear. What the... If you think about it, what if he's the normal one? And we're just weird. You know, we've been destroyed by society. When is a snake not a snake? When it's a bake? Well, if you're gonna say it like that, there's many situations when a snake is not a snake. Right? If it's been transformed into a different object, or a different animal. You know, there's a lot of ways. I just think about him leaving his job and going on a long bike ride, then returning and getting the job back. I think I have some wacky stories. It's just out here. I'm not sure what he's talked about on his stream. A snake is not a snake when it's a legless lizard. The snakes, I'm gonna assume that snakes existed before lizards, right? Is a lizard just like a snake that has evolved to have legs? Or, because like I can't imagine it going the other way, right? You can't have like a lizard and then suddenly, you know, nature's just like, yeah, wouldn't it be cool if you didn't have legs? And then just a snake was formed? That feels less likely. Let's see, dude, I wish I was a free spirit. Haven't watched him all that many times. I tune into his Zatsudan stream sometimes. It's at a convenient time. It's like, you know, noon to 1 p.m. Eastern time sometimes. Sea creatures don't really need legs unless they live on the seafloor. Are there like known seafloor animals that... Okay, there's probably a ton of them. I thought you meant like fish, but you're probably talking about like crabs and like other things like that. Yeah, crabs. I was like imagining you were talking about like fish for some reason. It's like, what, there's fish at the bottom of the sea and they have legs? I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure they exist. Let's see, I'm surprised we don't have more robots that are shaped like crabs. How do you know? What if there's a lot of them? You just don't know about them. Let's see, some snakes have vestigial leg bones. Legs were absolutely the standard. They evolved to not have them. Oh shoot. Wait, so snakes existed before lizards? Wait, sorry, the other way, the other way around. Lizards existed before snakes. Since the start of the semester, I went to bed at 8 p.m. Monday, I went to bed at 8 to 9 a.m. What the frick? Both of those times are really weird. It's like, that's too early, and then it's also too late. Axolotl. Oh yeah, axolotl. Those are real. Welcome, Admiral Kobayashi. Always just out here posting emotes. What's the deal with emotes? Oh yeah, do you guys see there's a new a global animated Twitch emote? Everyone has access to it now. It's the first one, Dino Dance. It was added like yesterday or 2 days ago. Everyone has access to this. You can use it. It's free. And it's pretty good. Let's see, lizards and snakes are equally as old. The ancestor of both looked more like a lizard than a snake. I see. 8 a.m. is great because you can watch evening PST streamers as you wake up. What time is it in PST when it's 8 a.m. over there? In Germany. Well, okay, so like Germany is about 4 to 5 hours ahead of Eastern time. Oh, so it's like about midnight PST, right? Midnight or like 11 a.m. That makes sense. A Twitch emote that is actually good. There's some good Twitch emotes. See, we got some, Doritos chip, that one's good. And seems good, that's a good one. That's all the ones that I think are good. Welcome Z Contacts. It's like 4 or 5 that are decent. I've never used Kappa. Let's see, living fossil is an inaccurate term as species always evolve to gain new traits. Some species just look the same for millennia since you can't beat perfection. True. What is the perfect animal? A dog? A cat? Miss Picnic Basket Fire? People don't usually crash their streams all that much. I feel like when people do crash their streams, right? If they have stream protection on, it's always, oh, you know what? Not like this. That's a good emote. Not like this. People tend to spam that because the stream offline screen is of the not like this guy. Me, the perfect animal. Lola's global. It is. They've been called a living fossil for being born in 85. I see. I understand. Dragonfly, there's fossils. Wait, isn't crab the perfect animal? Like, isn't there a scientific thing that is like every animal evolves to become a crab at some point? Everything converges to become crab. Yeah, like, doesn't that mean crab is the perfect animal? Also, welcome Sankoreko. Crocodiles are good. What about fish? I forgot Paimon. I forgot Paimon was a global Twitch emote. They should have like a Hatsune Miku global Twitch emote, right? I feel like she's iconic enough. Like, more so than Paimon. I feel like Hatsune Miku has done more for society than Paimon has. How did MiHoYo achieve that? They have a lot of money. They have so much money. Just spend... I'm sure they spend money. They're just like, Twitch, please add this emote. Got Pikachu... Wolf art is iconic enough to warrant a global Wolf emote. Yeah, if they're adding animated emotes, you know. Twitch staff, if you're somehow watching this and you want to add an animated emote by me, feel free to, you know, just you know, I'm here. When are we getting a pom-pom global emote? Is that a Pomeranian dog? Or do you mean, oh, you mean like cheerleading? Yeah, Franker Face Z. Franker Z, that's Franker Z. It's a rat. Oh, right, yeah. I remember, because like Chocodax was talking about it. Chocodax hates that rabbit. Pom-pom? Let's see, while exceedingly good, crabs aren't perfect, since some crabs evolve into being less crabby. Yeah, but they're still crabs though, right? At what point is something a crab? At what point is it not a crab? All the emotes that used to be popular. I see like Jebaited is used sometimes, right? That's a popular one. Am I still involved with comic releases? I'm not. That's cool though. That's good. Chocojax hates Pom-Pom. She literally hates them. I feel like mascots in a lot of series tend to become disliked because they're just like, you know, they're the face of the series. I'm sure there's people that hate Pikachu. They're just like, freaking Pikachu, why does Pikachu get all the attention? Look, the bear's back. Can you guys believe this? You know, I'm not even gonna zoom in. You're just doing this for attention now. Used to be rare. What happened to you? Why do you keep showing up again? You're farming clout, huh? You want me to focus on you? No, I'm not even gonna look at you. This bear showing up all the time. Becoming crab is called carcinization and has a few suggested definitions. A lot of animals seem to evolve to fit them, some go reverse. Carcinization. Isn't there a late night comedy news guy called Carson? John Carson? Carson Daly, isn't that a guy? Carcinization. Is that him? People like Tony Chopper from One Piece? Let's see, Wolfie Comic Cat re-debut when? Probably never. It'll probably never happen. Like Morgana from P5? A lot of people don't. Oh, is that the cat? What is the best mascot of like any series? Is there like a mascot of a series that's like always beloved? Isn't Jack Frost pretty beloved? Atlas has like a mascot who's like a snow guy. Is that one of the beloved mascots? This guy is Prinnies. Those are also nice. There's gotta be like at least like one mascot somewhere that like no one hates, right? Sanrio mascots? Oh yeah, those are... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, Sanrio. Sumiko Garashi. Everyone freaking loves Sumiko Garashi. Is Mickey Mouse beloved? I'm sure a ton of people hate Mickey Mouse. Because he's like the symbol of Disney. Every time someone's like, oh yeah, corporate greed or whatever, that's Mickey Mouse. Did someone mention the Door to Darkness? Hold on, let's look up like most famous mascots. Was not even aware that Sanrio was popular. I've always known that Sanrio was popular. I've known about like obscure characters. You guys know Pachaco from Sanrio? I knew about that guy. Alright, let's see. Famous mascots. No, it's just giving me sports mascots. Freaking no one cares about these guys. 21 most famous brand design mascots of all time. Michelin Man, Mr. Peanut. Remember freaking when Mr. Peanut was like... When they tried to kill Mr. Peanut, and then they like re-debuted him. He did like a re-debut stream. He came back as like a baby peanut. What the frick was that about? A Laughing Cow, Mickey Mouse, Jolly Green Giant, Monopoly Guy, Tony the Tiger, Kool-Aid Man, Cornflakes Guy, Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean is just like a bald guy. He's just a guy. What's my favorite fish? I have no idea. I don't even know. Remember reading that black and white Mickey is coming out of copyright soon, but colored Mickey is still copyrighted for a while? Isn't Mickey Mouse mostly black and white? Well, okay, I guess like his pants and his shoes. He's just an egg. Mr. Proper, what? What's that? Mr. Clean, you got Coco the monkey from Cocoa Pops. I don't even know this guy. Poppin' Fresh. Oh, this guy, the Pillsbury dope. Wait, that's his name? Is the Pillsbury Doughboy is named Poppin' Fresh? I didn't know that. Oh no, Poppin' Fresh. Oh, that's just the brand. Wait, what? Oh, Pringles guy. Nesquik Rabbit, Mario. You know Mario's pretty famous. Mr. Clean is Mr. Proper. Oh, like in Germany he's called Mr. Proper instead of Mr. Clean. I see. Is it like literally Mr. Proper, or is it like Mr. and then like the German word for proper? Master Proper. What the? Captain Morgan, what's this guy? Chester the Cheetah? Mr. Muscle, what is this guy? I don't even know who this is. M&M's, Colonel Sanders, the Geico Gecko, that's it. I feel like none of these mascots are beloved. Let's look up most beloved mascots. Not sports mascot. Why is every single one of these articles is about sports mascots? I don't care about this. I don't care about sports mascots. I mean real mascots. The real mascots that matter. It's Master Proper. Captain Morgan is on spiced rum. Video. I just mean like generic mascots. General mascots. Colonel Sanders, can people be mascots for themselves? Oh yeah, I guess Colonel Sanders was like a real guy, huh? But he is also a mascot. Most beloved... I don't even know. Whatever. You know what? Let's look at Sanrio. Let's look at Sanrio mascots. Look at all these guys. Hello Kitty, My Melody, Pom Pomporin, Cinnamoroll, Tuxedo Sam, that's just a penguin. Karopi, that's a frog. My favorite mascots are the San X mascots. I'm talking about these guys. Sumiko Garashi, these are the best mascots. You guys know these guys? The best. I like this one. I like the one that is a shrimp. So this one in the corner here. This is Ebi Fry no Shippo. It is like, it's like a tail of a fried shrimp. It's great. That's the best one. Got penguin question mark. You don't even know. Penguin? We don't even know. Is it even a penguin? There's a bear. You got tonkatsu. There's a cat. Got a dinosaur. Just got like a grass guy. A smiling grass guy. It's weed. This guy's weed. You got a snail. I like this one. This is a bird. It's a ghost with an apron. This was new. I don't remember seeing this one. Mogura. Isn't that the Twitch channel that does stream? This one's literally just a mountain. Yama. It's just a mountain. I like these mascots. See, interestingly, the fact that you have Mr. Proper in Makefiles, I don't even know what you're talking about. Mr. Proper is in Makefiles? Is Reggie a mascot? You're gonna have to search minus sports. That is true. It's true, I can do that. Cereal mascots. Food mascots, advertising mascots, brand mascots, video game mascots. Oh, here we go. No way I haven't seen it. I don't know what you're talking about. What is Mr. Proper? Who's the best cereal mascot? We could do like a tier list. A cereal mascot. A mascot tier list? Look, it's Kirby. Here's the bear from Danganronpa. What is this guy? Metal Gear guy. Kojima Productions mascot. You got Chocobo. You got. I feel like the Moogle is more of a mascot than the Chocobo. Right. You got Vault Boy. Crash Bandicoot. Bomberman. Klonoa. This is so obscure. No one even knows Klonoa. I know though. I used to play it. Mega Man, Sans. Okay, Sans. You know, Sans is pretty well liked. Sonic, Master Chief, Kirby. You know Kirby. I feel like there's universally, if there's someone that dislikes Kirby, like as a character, I don't know if I trust them. I feel like of this list, Kirby is probably the most beloved mascot. Mario, whatever. Mario, Pikachu. There's some people hate Pikachu. Kirby, though, you can't hate Kirby. Imagine hating Kirby. What kind of person do you have to be to hate Kirby? You'd be freaked up. It's impossible. Yeah, he's cool. Even King Dedede doesn't hate Kirby, right? They have some times when they, they're friends. They hang out sometimes. Let's see, when you make files, you have to clean target to clean away the build files. Mr. Proper also wipes your configs? I've never heard of this. I haven't used a makefile since college. So I don't know. Are Moogles in all Final Fantasies? I actually don't know. Are Chocobos? I'm guessing then that Chocobos are in all Final Fantasy games. Kirby's good. You know, regardless of how you feel about Kirby games, right? You know, they're pretty easy. Some people don't like the games, but like Kirby himself, it's gotta be cool. You call Klonoa obscure and not Spacesuit Guy who appears in Kojima Games logo? Well, like, that guy is so obscure that it's like, I don't even need to point out that he's obscure. Because, like, I don't even know who he is. I think I've seen Chocobos in all Final Fantasies. What about Final Fantasy... Are Chocobos? I'm gonna assume... That one game where they're, like, on a road trip. Do Chocobos show up there? Is there, like, do they go to, like, a Chocobo farm on the road trip? They are in that game? Okay. Moogles were in FF1. Let's see, it's part of the Linux kernel codebase. I've seen it in other codebases as well. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played a Final Fantasy game in a long time. If I try to think of like what the most recent Final Fantasy game I played, it might even be like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, right? That was a fun game. But after that, I don't think I played anyone. I played Final Fantasy IX a long time ago. That game was cool. But nothing else. Welcome, Skelabell VT. Don't know why Twitch deleted half of my message. Moogles appeared in FF1. Neither Moogles or Chocobos appeared in FF1. Wait, what? Should finally get around to playing the last good FF game, which is not. Oh wait, no, I've played Crystal Chronicles. There was the one. There were two. There was the Crystal Chronicles on GameCube, and then there was the one on the DS. I played both of those. Actually, I think there's two of them on the DS. FF6 or Chrono Trigger. I haven't played either of those. But yeah, Crystal Chronicles was fun. It was a fun game. It was the one where like it had multiplayer, but you could only play it if you had like, if all the players had a Game Boy Advance and you had the Game Boy Advance connector. It was like impossible to get people together to play. But I did it once. It was fun. What about the hit MMORPG? Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV Online. Critically acclaimed. I should. I don't even play RPG games. You should know. Games that have too much lore, I'm not into that anymore. Let's see, Final Fantasy XIV was when someone got FF7, then decided to double it and give it to the next person. It's true, it is double the number. It is 2 times the number of 7. Favorite version of FF6 is still the SNES one. The GBA one is excellent as well. I don't know, there's too much text for me. I would rather just... I don't think I'm into RPGs anymore. There's too much reading. Stats. I feel like nowadays, I'm not interested in like, you know, optimizing stats, you know. Oh, you learn this skill and then you manage your MP. All of this stuff. It's not for me. Yeah, I'm allergic to reading. just play SMT3, but I don't want to read like it's like a story focused game. Right, I just want to like, you know, jump around, go on platforms, direct traffic maybe. That's the stage of my life that I'm in right now. Reading, you know, stats. Those games also tend to be really long. It's also really long. What if all the stories presented through a chat like Twitch chat? No. Because I mean, there's that game, Needy Streamer Overload or whatever. That's basically like this, right? It's like the text is presented through like a chat interface. But like even then, I feel like I'm not interested. I have watched a few streamers play it, but I lost interest pretty quickly. I'm just like, man, that is... It's too much reading. There's too much going on. I'll play Dark Souls, so not all RPGs are off limits. Yeah, I guess I mean like it is. Would you classify Dark Souls as an RPG though? To me, it's more like, I guess it has stats, but you know, I don't know. Like any game that has stats, does that count as an RPG? Also, have a good night, Z Contacts. One of SMT3's main critiques is that the story takes such a backseat. Optimizing your party is required. That does not sound fun to me. I don't enjoy. You know what's fun is when games have like an optimize my equipment button, and it just chooses like the best gear for all your characters. I feel like that's the way forward. Right? I don't want to have to like sit through there, choose like, oh yeah, maybe I'll use this armor. This armor has better HP. This armor has better defense. Just have a button that just optimizes it for me. It might not be the best, but you know, it's like good enough. I love when that happens. Never played it because I didn't want to play Men Hero Simulator. It's true. Man Hera, isn't it a women Hera? Isn't because you know, because guys is gendered. That's not how the word works. But that's the joke that I chose to make. I call it more of an adventure game. There's some RPG aspects. I saw a tweet recently that was like, isn't it kind of weird that JRPG is its own category? Right? It is kind of weird. Because like JRPGs just have there's like so much variance, and yet it's like it's its own thing. Right? It's as if we said, you know, oh yeah, you ever play this Western first-person shooter game? You ever play this Western platformer game? You ever play this J platformer known as Super Mario? Sonic? Why JRPGs? Let's see, anime games with overwhelmingly positive rating and meme reviews are most likely bad. What's an example? Let's see, is there a different term for men? I think I've only seen women use that tag now that I think about it. Menhera? Actually don't know. I'm not sure. Wolfie eagerly awaits the ABG and beat a game button. No, but they're like... It's Dark Souls. It's different. Progress quest. Welcome Potato as well. JRPG and RPGs are descended from wizardry. Well, WRPGs are descended from Ultima. What is the wizardry? I don't even know. British Collectathon. What's a game of that genre? Imagine if every game had a genre that was named after where the country, like where it came from. You know, instead of saying like JRPG or like, you know, oh Mario, that's a Kyoto Kyoto platformer. Because, you know, Nintendo's headquarters are in Kyoto. Or like, you know, Valve is in Seattle, right? Oh yeah, that's my favorite Seattle first-person shooter. Half-Life. It's wacky. For every weeb, there's always that one random guy who is really the United States. What does that mean? I did see a tweet of like a bunch of like Japanese cosplayers who were really into Western, like, you know, like cowboy stuff. They're just like 30 cowboy cosplayers lined up. It's interesting. One random guy who's really into the US. It is true. K Kona. Banjo-Kazooie, is that a British game? See, men can be menhera, but men also don't bother people with their mental ailments because they're emotionally secluded or something, probably. Possibly true. It's toxic masculinity. It's when you can't talk about your mental problems. Redmond. Rare is a British company? So does that make Donkey Kong... Donkey Kong's published by Rare, right? Or created by Rare. Is Donkey Kong then a British platformer? Sakuya Izayoi gives you advice and dabs. Here's one of those games. There's Toho fan games. Yeah, they tend to do that. Overwhelmingly positive. This is definitely a meme game. Look, it's also on... It's 69 cents, guys. That's gotta be on purpose. It's gotta be a joke game. Overwhelmingly positive. Whoa, look at this. This game is so short. Look at all these people. That's a game. I should play some super old RPG, some old PC RPG, Wizardry. I don't know. It would require too much reading, you know? You already know. I'd probably just skip all the text. And just be like, check it out, guys. I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna ignore all the content. I should play King's Quest. No, I've already seen Hamflo play it. I already know everything that happens in that game. There's a king. There's a quest. What else is there to know? You should play one of the other King's Quests. I've already seen King's Quest 2. I know Dracula's in it. Is that a spoiler? King's Quest 1, there's like 6 of them. I'm sure Hamflo will play all of them, and I'm just like, you know, I don't need to play him. Hamflo's gonna play him. Just request them, and he'll get to it. Wizardry 4. Wouldn't it be funny if it was Wizardry IV instead of 4? Like, people commonly misunderstand when they see IV in the title and they think it means 4. Actually, they mean IV, like, you know, an IV drip. Wizardry IV. Yeah, King's Quest. What if someone suggested, cause like, okay, so Hamflo, the way he plays games is after he beats a game, people suggest games and he puts them on a wheel and it spins randomly and he plays whichever one comes up. Like, what if someone suggested King's Quest 3 and 4 and like you got King's Quest 4 on the wheel? Would you then skip 3? You just go straight to 4? Or would you say like, well, you know, it's King's Quest, I'm gonna play the next one in the series? I don't know. Has that ever happened? Will that ever happen? Will that ever happen? Reception Scorpia of Computer Gaming World, who tested Wizardry IV, favorably reviewed it. acknowledge the game was difficult. It was fair and finely balanced. Choco to play StarCraft. I tried playing StarCraft 2 one time. Not on stream, but I tried playing it and I was like, this is harder than it looks. Because like I used to watch StarCraft tournaments, StarCraft 2 tournaments online. And I was like, wow, this is fun. They're doing all these advanced strats. And then I try playing it and I'm like, oh, this is like, I can't do this. I can't multitask like this. It's too hard. I couldn't even do the story mode. Yeah, you have to be really good. And I'm not. I'll just give up. I tried playing like the first 2 missions and I'm like, man. Also the bear's back, guys. The bear's back there. Don't even look at him. The sequel the developers made to people that thought 80s hard dungeon crawlers with non-Euclidean geometry were too easy. Wizardry 4. The last King's Quest request was just suggested as one of King's Quest. Oh, I see. I guess you could always override it, right? If someone said King's Quest 4, you'd be like, well, I'll put King's Quest 3 on the wheel. You know, you still have some ability to decide. You have to rewrite your brain. Wait, what? For what? Oh, for StarCraft, yeah. Return of Wordna. What is that? Is that a thing in the Wizardry series? Wordna. So that's a weird title. Also, this fish is definitely not biting. What's happening? Or is this one of those cases where, like, a fish is already on the line and it just gave up? Oh, okay, that is what happened. No wonder. Okay, it's another one of those cases where I just cast, like, the fishing line in the water and it just, like, the fish just gives up. Well, that makes sense. Wizardry. Oh, the return. Okay, Wordna. That is okay. That is the subtitle for Wizardry 4. The return. Was Wordna ever here? Gonna put it on the Handflow. No, but then Handflow's game requests. Those are games that he owns. Can't just suggest a game that he doesn't already have. Then he would have to buy it. It's free. Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't even read the comment. Okay, yes. Yes. Well, if it's free, then sure. But it's in browser. Imagine playing a game in your browser. That's so wacky. Isn't this basically a game in your browser? Twitch? When you think about it, when you're watching a stream and you're interacting in chat, is that not just like a game that you play in your browser? It's basically the same thing. Right, guys? It's literally the same. There's literally no difference between this and playing a video game. All competing. Yeah, I have the most points though. I have infinite points. You will never surpass my point count. Anyway, I don't even know. What were we talking about? We're talking about mascots and then we started talking about wizardry. We started talking about RPGs at some point. What's the deal? What's up with that? I don't even know. Yeah, Choco J sit. Just out here sitting. Well, what else is going on? What else is happening in the world? You guys read the news? You guys see the news? What's happening in the news? Let's look up the news, guys. This is now a news reading stream. Here, in case you guys were not aware of the news, there's a situation along the Texas-Mexico border. What's going on there? I don't even know. This Russia-Ukraine thing is going on. Got a heat wave. Is that a rat? Holy frick, this is dark. This is a really extremely red map of the United States. Guys, it's really hot. There's a brutal heat wave across the southern United States. Yeah, among. Yo, thank you for the raid, Luthor. What's going on? Art. Hope you had a good art stream. Whatever it was you were streaming, whatever you were drawing, hopefully it was good. We're just reading the news, because that's what I do now, because I have nothing else to talk about. Look, oh, I thought that was a rat. Wait a second, what is this? Oh, that's like, okay, see, if you guys see this, doesn't this thumbnail kind of look like a rat? It's like, here's the tail, but then I look at it, it's like, it's a person. Look at this, I thought this was the tail. It's a person dunking their head in water. It does, right? It looks like a rat. Welcome Metatron, welcome Luthor. Photo editing. That's cool, yeah. We were talking about photographs last time as well. We were talking about pinhole photography. That was cool. How about rat news? Yeah, what's been going on? Rat news. Rats, latest news, breaking stories and comment from the Independent, co.uk. Okay, what's going on with rats in the news, guys? On the front lines of the writer's strike. Oh yeah, there was that whole thing where like there's a writer's strike and people were like cutting down like the leaves of trees. And everyone's like, they're not allowed to. This tree law. You guys know tree law was a meme? Apparently cutting down parts of someone else's tree is a very serious thing. Yo, look at this news. Rats may not have caused the Black Death. You guys know rats have been blamed for the bubonic plague having killed millions in Europe. This news article from January of this year. Okay, this is not new at all. Apparently rats might not have caused this. It was gerbils. I was watching a rat a while ago. She was too scared to finish her stream. What? Which rat? Bodega rat? Tree law. Yeah, tree law is serious. Okay, here's the rat news. Rats have an innate sense of rhythm. We already know that, Rat Jam. You think scientists spent all this time trying to learn that rats have an innate sense of rhythm and can bop in time to Mozart, scientists find. Rats were played Mozart's sonata for 2 pianos in D major at 4 different tempos. We already know, Rat Jam. That's already, look at this rat. That's a nice rat. We already know. Remy. If the article really was, it was actually the fleas, it's a big load of nothing. I don't even know what it was. I didn't even read the article. Fleas, it was fleas, guys. It was fleas. You're right. Okay, I don't know. Primate died after getting trapped in a UK animals test lab. I'm gonna assume, what does that have to do with rats? Humans to rat tissue transplant may advance brain disorder research. Oh wait, you guys, speaking of transplants, you guys hear that they're considering transplanting, what's the news? Kangaroo tendons onto humans? You guys see that news? a lot of soccer players get injuries playing soccer, and they're evaluating if they can get tendons from kangaroos to implant into humans. That's wacky, right? That's crazy. Let's look up this article. Kangaroo news. Kangaroo news. Latest news about kangaroos. Kangaroo transplant. Kangaroos could help injured athletes get back in the game. Yeah, they can. You can. Yeah, tendon. Yeah, what about one-dins and nine-dins? It's real. Okay, there's real news about this. So got to browsing archive.org. Looks like a lot of the Wolfie Flash animations are there. Yeah, I know, because Bat at Video Games saw them when she was doing her stream a long time ago. Tendon, that's tempura don. You guys know that's the name for tempura don in Japan. It's when you have like a rice bowl and they have like tempura. Let's see, my grandpa has a pig heart valve. What the? The valve ages faster than the host? Man. That's wacky. Science has gone so far, guys. It's transplanting parts of other animals into humans. What else is going on in the news? Let's look at the news. Tupac? Sports? Newsflash? The sports news? Newsflash? You know what? No, you know, whatever. Someone also uploaded 2 photos off my Twitter. Haven't seen a flower stand in a while. Someone to archive.org. That's my Twitter header. Twitter.com/Wolfie with 3 E's. That's my Twitter. Oh, you can't even see it. You have to log into Twitter. There's an archive.org page here. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, that's my header. That's my Twitter header. What is this? Pictures from Wolfie's Twitter. I knew Wolfie as Kirby M, creator of Create.swf. But nowadays he's known for creating chibi versions of VTubers. Added 2021. I see. That's cool. Yeah, the rabbit. This is this is. You don't see it, but on the bottom there's like a rabbit. That's my avatar. That's cool. Let's see, I don't think transplanted tendons are really going to be great for current young athletes, maybe the next generation. There are also like ethical concerns about like, you know, does this count as like, you know, an unfair advantage? Because, you know, kangaroos, they're well known for jumping a lot. They have stronger tendons. And so like, is that going to give an advantage to athletes that have kangaroo tendons? Maybe they'll do some kicks that are harder to do, right? Maybe they'll do some riskier things because they're less prone to injury. We don't know. There's many things to be concerned about here. But I don't care. I personally don't care because I don't watch sports. Artist Kirby M, real name unknown. It's literally Wolfie Wolfington. Update that page. Real name Wolfie Wolfington. You can find him on the United States government website. Also welcome, Good Cat Gaming. Transplanted tendons won't have the strength of natural tendons. Have there been other, I'm assuming it probably has already been a thing, right? People probably have implanted tendons of other animals into humans. Or other animals. What if they implanted kangaroo tendon? Like, they do a lot of, like, research on rats. Do you think they tried, like, implanting kangaroo tendons on rats before they before they did it on humans? Right, because they do things like that sometimes. Imagine a rat with, like, kangaroo legs. If you buy chicken feet, you can tug on the tendon and see how they work. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Just put in extra tendons. 11 tendons. People out here with... They only have 10 dons. Some of these archive.org uploads have the original description. For what? Of the images? Oh, like from like the Flash content that I posted a long time ago? The original like post on my website? I see. I mean, they are pretty thorough. They are archiving things. That's just what they do. That's what they're out here doing. But yeah. Anyone else see anything interesting? Anything cool going on in the world besides kangaroo tendons? Besides tree law? Besides, I don't know. But what else? What's even happening? Society, brands, brand engagement. I saw this thing on Twitter that was like, apparently like the SpongeBob creators at some point were drawing SpongeBob porn. You guys see that? What's up with that? What's the deal with that? Apparently they were like, they had like this art book that they distributed internally in the company, and they were just like, it was just like porn of SpongeBob characters, and then like some YouTuber like found out about it, and now it's like a big thing. I'd be upset if they didn't. Yeah, the tweets that I saw were just like, so it was half like, well, I can't believe they did this, and then the other half was like, yeah, they do this stuff all the time at animation companies. They always do this stuff. Anyway, yeah, I should hydrate. I'm gonna hydrate right now. Okay, I have successfully hydrated. Classic behavior. If you draw 10,000 versions of a character, you should probably draw them naked once or twice. It's not just them naked, they're like doing things. I don't know. Apparently it's really common for people to do stuff like that. It's just that people don't tend to find out about it. Right? It's Wolfie. I don't do that. I would never do that. Anyway, what else is going on? Brought up several news. Several pieces of news that has been going on. The question isn't whether you should, it's about if you can. Can you? May you? What's even up with society? What's you know, people always ask what's up. They never ask what's down, you know? Use this how you ever talk about olds. That's Hamflow has said that. Hamflow's already made that joke. News, what about the olds? Depends how long you can hide it from Nickelodeon. Yeah, when I saw one of the responses to that tweet, apparently there's like a Disney, was it like a Disney show called like American Dragon Jake Long or whatever, and I think like when the guy was designing the characters, apparently like some Disney staff showed him like some Kim Possible porn, and they were just like, this is gonna happen to your characters, just so you're aware. Apparently that's a thing that happened. The Disney Vault, is that the name for it? Does Disney, they just do that? They just like look up porn of their characters? They're just like, yeah, it's gonna happen, you know. Your characters, whatever, it doesn't matter what they are, there's gonna be porn in it. The brutal honesty. It's a fun because long means drag. Oh, I see. That is, yeah, okay, I see. You know that Disney had to claim copyright infringement on porn? Technically, Disney probably owns a bunch of porn IP. Wait, isn't that what happened to, wasn't there like, some like insurance company that had like a mascot? And then they had to like stop including the mascot in commercials because people were drawing too much porn of it. I remember that being a thing, right? What's up with that? What's the deal? What's going on? The internet. See, another thing is that while you're working on a Disney show, pretty much everything you draw about that show is owned by Disney. Everything. Even fan art. What if you're at Disney and you draw like a Nintendo character in your free time? Is that Nintendo fan art now owned by Disney? If you're like in the office. Oh, sorry, you mentioned about that show. Okay. Nintendo owns the Super Mario porn? What? What the heck? I didn't even know that was the thing. Esurance? That sounds familiar. It's probably Esurance. Super Hornio Brothers? Dr. Amigo? I don't even know what these things are. What's Dr. Amigo? It's wacky. Everyone's out there just drawing things. Already exists in a superposition state until it gets challenged. Like Schrodinger's cat, right? It both belongs to the company and it doesn't. There was a post about the Disney Vault that was full of canon lewds by folks who would draw those images that are legally owned by Disney. I see. Imagine like being the lawyer. Imagine like, do you think they have like a lawyer who specializes in stuff like this? Because like, if they issue like copyright stuff on like people drawing porn of their characters, there has to be like a lawyer who specializes in this stuff, right? they have to have like, oh yeah, this is they put on their resume. It's like, oh yeah, I'm the lawyer who like copyright claims Disney porn. And then they're like, oh yeah, prove it. And then he shows them. It's like, oh frick, okay, you're right. There's no denying he does do this. He's the expert. He knows everything. This is Dr. Amigo. I don't know if I want to click that. Based on the context of the conversation that we're having, I don't know if I want to click that link. But you guys can feel free to click whatever that is. You can check. You guys can check. There's gotta be, just a lawyer. Actually, have I told this story? There was one time at one of the companies that I worked with, there was a person who used to work somewhere that required someone to like supervise, I don't know what the word is, like people that review like NSFW content to like for filtering purposes, right? Like they have algorithms for detecting nudity and stuff like that. My coworker was like, he knew this one guy who had this job, and apparently like you could only view like censorship stuff. Yeah, it's like, computer algorithms that detect, there's a lot of skin in this image, so this is probably porn, and so review it and stuff like that. Apparently people that work in that kind of stuff, they have like at their office stations, they have like a tarp. So basically you're like sitting at your desk. Obviously you don't want to like be like showing the NSFW content to everyone. And so basically what has to happen is you sit at your desk. There's like a special tarp that you put over yourself whenever you need to like look at questionable content. And like apparently you needed to get like I don't know if license is the correct word for it, but you have to get permission for this kind of stuff, and you have to renew it. And I think what my coworker said was there was one guy who forgot to renew his thing, and then like one day he was just going to work, he was doing the stuff he normally does, reviewing like weird content, but then like his license for doing that was not renewed. And then someone like was like, we saw what you were doing on your work computer, and he was like, no, this is my job. And like they were like, oh, you do not have permission to do this. And then he's like, oh frick, I forgot to renew my license. I don't know if license is the right word, but they brought him in for questioning and all that. And then they had to determine, oh yeah, he actually does work on this stuff. Anyway, I didn't know. I had no idea. That's the story. It's a family clinic that just happens to have Dr. Mario as their mascot. Oh, I see. So it's like in Mexico, right? A lot of taco places apparently have Goku as their mascot. That's a thing that I've heard. Apparently a lot of places just have Goku painted on the wall, and he's like eating a taco. Also, welcome Roger. See, Disney artists in the 70s and 80s were LSD huffing college students. I don't even know. That's Dr. Mario, I see. They outsource all that stuff to poor countries. Apparently it messes them up pretty hard. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know, it must suck having that as your job. Like, you must see so much disturbing content. Like, I would hate being like a moderator on Twitter. Imagine that being your job. Like, if you report a tweet on Twitter, it's like someone has to look at it, right? And you're like, imagine being like the poor soul who has to like read through all that. Like, even reading Twitter normally is bad. Imagine being like the guy who has to read through like the tweets that are so bad that people report them. You must see some like messed up stuff. It could mess you up for life. Stuff that goes on over there. Also, did I catch anything good? Probably not. Imagine being the guy that has to watch illegal videotapes. Yeah. you know, like evidence of like, you know, messed up stuff. Or like, you know, if they have like proof of like a murder that was recorded. If I look at that stuff. I could not imagine. And like the pay probably isn't even that good, right? It's probably like, you know, you get messed up and like for minimal wage, even minimum wage. I'm sure it's not. Is it? You think it's minimum wage? I don't know. It's fricked up. I sure am glad that's not me. What if there was like a VTuber who like had that as their job? And they, you know, now that they became a VTuber, you know, like a lot of VTubers, they talk about, you know, oh yeah, when I was not a VTuber, at my previous job, I did this. And it's always like something normal, like I was at an office job, you know, or like I was doing customer service work. What if someone was like, you know, before I was a VTuber, I had to review really messed up content online? There's probably like a podcast about that, huh? They've probably interviewed people that have done that. I don't know, man. It's scary. Probably pays decent for the local area. I think there was a VTuber who was a software engineer. They primarily did Rust. There's several. There's many people that have done that. There's millions. Those guys have too much work. Yeah, imagine being a programmer. Imagine writing code as your job. Couldn't be me. Literally could not be me. Like actually literally, it could not be me. But maybe soon, maybe that could be me. Writing software as my job. Wouldn't that be cool? I think it'd be cool. It could happen one day. It's my dream. It's my dream to write software as a job. Yeah, okay, we're here. Anyway, once this stream is over, you know, I'm gonna be playing some more that traffic game. It's a fun game. Love that game. Mini Motorways, I could even play it right now. I could be in VR right now and I could play this game. But I won't. Because this is not the time for it. It's like that one time when I played MapleStory when I was in VR. And I pulled up like 3 different virtual monitors and I started playing MapleStory. I remember that. I was over there. I remember it so clearly. Those were fun times. Yeah, Doc remembers. Everyone remembers. How is the story so maple? Anyway, at the start of this stream, I was like, you know, the weather's actually kind of nice. It's not that hot. But now, I think now it's finally starting to become kind of hot. Alfie plays MapleStory and reads chat on multiple monitors in VR. Refuses to get more than one in real life. No, even when I'm in VR, most of the time I just have one monitor. It's just this thing. And then I press this button and then it brings up the big monitor. This is just a view into the same monitor. All the OGs remember. OGs. Rick and Morty. OGs. You can play Mini Motorways while in fishing. Yeah, you can. It's just your computer. You can pull up whatever windows you want. Can I see? No. Oh, you know what's messed up? Speaking of multiple monitors, there was this job listing that I saw, and they were so specific on like how you were intended to conduct yourself at work. They were like, oh yeah, we do remote work. You must use multiple large monitors because you must make sure that you pay attention to the speaker and the screen sharing at the same time. And there was like so much super specific stuff there. It was like micromanaging the way you do work. And I'm like, thank God I didn't apply to this company. It was so specific. At least 7 pieces of flair. It was also like, you know, oh, we have, we don't really track vacations, but like, you know, if you're going to take more than 5 days, you must let us know 20 weeks in advance. You know, if you're taking 2 days off, you must let us know at least 3 weeks in advance. If you don't show up for work for more than 2 days and your manager doesn't know, we can terminate your employment for abandonment. And I'm like, wow, that's so specific. It's like, why do you guys care this much? And it's like, you know, we don't expect you to work weekends, but, you know, sometimes you might have to work weekends. You know, we take vacations, but, like, make sure you don't take more than 5 days of vacation. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you so specific about this kind of stuff? See, there was a job posting for a data engineer, and they wanted web dev as a skill. They had a bit of a bottom where they were like, you should not apply if you're not willing to work without pay. I saw the same thing. I talked about this. I saw a job listing that was like, the only compensation is in the form of company equity. It's like, we're a private company and we will not pay you in real money, but you know, this equity, it'll be worth something one day. On Reddit? No, it's on an actual job board. Equity is a step above no pay. Equity, I feel like equity only matters if it's a public company. Because, like, who cares if you get, like, you know, if you work for a startup, it's a private company, you get, like, you know, equity, it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be worth something. Once we go public, it'll be worth millions. And it's just like, that's not happening. There's no way that's happening. If it's like a public company and, you know, they're actually publicly traded, then, you know, then it's actually worth something. Then you can actually see how their stock is doing. Yeah, paid in exposure. I'm sure sometimes it works out. Private equity is still worth something. I know there's like private equity markets where you can sell and stuff like that, but like it's not really a thing. Right? I value it at like pretty much $0. While we wait for the upload to finish, help yourself to some stocks. Yeah, it's stocks, check it out. It's also like when a private company gives you stock options. Sorry, equity options. They don't even give you the equity. It's just like, we give you the opportunity to buy equity at some point if we ever go public, which we probably never will. Private equity has no transparency. You don't get to make decisions. Yeah, this is pointless. There's no reason for it. What's messed up is when they include private equity as part of the compensation. They're like, yeah, this job will give you, you know, we're paying $200K total compensation. And then it's like, total compensation, we include private equity. And we're like, that's worth nothing. That's not worth anything. Yeah, they shouldn't include it as part of total. Because it doesn't make sense to. Also, I think the bear is back. I see it there. You guys probably can't see it. But we've seen the bear already several times. Paying your electricity bill in private equity. Exactly. It will be worth something someday. You know, you got like paying your rent, and they're like, where's the rent money? You say, will you accept private equity? And they'll probably even more likely accept Bitcoin more so than private equity. It's like benefit free tea or coffee, yeah. Check out this cool stuff we have. It's totally worth something. It's also funny when like in their job description they list the private equity as like a benefit, and then they're like they always specify this could be worth a lot in the coming months or years. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. Would you accept a picture of an ugly ape? I feel like I haven't seen as many NFTs recently. Have you guys noticed that? I think NFTs are like on the decline now. I think all the NFT startups have moved on to doing AI stuff, chat GPT stuff. Also, welcome Props Not Jack. If I have not already greeted you, I don't remember if I have. They have to do that for tax reasons, because if they do go public, that can count as income. Ow. I guess, I don't know. Interest rates are up. Only Up. Yo, just like that hit game, Only Up. You guys know Only Up, that game? It has a bunch of NFTs in it. It's expensive to borrow money. Isn't it always though? Isn't it always expensive? There's a person I know who worked at a company and got screwed over by the IRS for a few years. They were working at like a private company and it went public at some point? Taxes must be so complicated if you're in that situation. It was much cheaper last year, that's why there aren't as many dev jobs. I feel like there's quite a bit. I feel like even like the dev jobs there's even more of them. It's just it's harder to fill because there's so many layoffs. I watched the stream of it yesterday. The platform mechanics are subpar. Oh yeah, Only Up. I don't think that game seems fun. If it wasn't for the fact that everyone was playing it, I'm pretty sure no one would care. They never went public, but the IRS still counted it. It's been a bit since I've inquired. I don't think they want to talk about it. I didn't know they could... The government keeps track of even your private equity. That's kind of messed up. It's not even worth anything. Income is considered the actual price less the price you acquired them. Complicated part is having the cash to pay the tax bill. For what? For equity? They're talking about, okay, yeah, Only Up, I don't know. It doesn't seem fun to me. You go up. You just go up. I got some shares last year, but is it private equity? Erga, are you talking about shares of private equity? Because, like, I understand public. I understand public equity. And RSUs, it's public, but it's the same. No comma public or no public. It's not the same though. Private equity is treated. I feel like it's treated different because it's harder to evaluate the actual price of it. If it's public, it's like if you get RSUs, it basically there's two ways that they do it. I think they deduct the amount of RSUs that they give you to pay for the taxes, or it's up to you. I don't know if they do it like that in Australia, but like here, I've read that it's best to just sell your RSUs immediately after you get them. because then the taxes have already been paid for. Private equity is just assets less liabilities. Is that true? Is it treated the same way? Because I think it's only if there's any value to it. Because like public equity has value. Because like it's public. Because it's public. You're gonna hold it 12 months because it's above my acquisition price. Do they have the same laws in Australia about like what's it called? Because I know in the US they have a thing where like if you hold a stock for more than 12 months, then you pay capital gains tax. Yeah, do they have that? If it's an RSU, you don't, capital gains tax doesn't apply, right? Because like it's taxed as at the moment it vests. It's different here at least. A 50% discount. I don't know. I'm sure things work slightly differently. You have another event when you sell. Oh yeah, it's like if you sell. But I heard. Yeah. Okay. Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. But I mean, from what I've read, is that I don't know. Well, you're taxed once when it vests and when you get the money. Not when you get the money, but like when you get the stocks. A grant is usually taxed as income, and any gains on the grant will have additional. Yeah, that's what I mean. But I don't know if like after you get the stocks, does that, if you wait a year, does that make a difference? You're taxed at acquisition date, which is your acquisition price. When you sell at sale price, less acquisition price. Yes, I understand that part. And if you don't, you get to write it off as capital, like losses, tax harvestable, whatever the term is, tax losses. Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, so it works the same way in Australia. But anyway, all the articles that I've seen online that are like, if you get RSUs from your company, you should just sell them immediately and then reinvest them in other stocks. Because the way it's like treat it as if you just got a bonus. Would you spend all of that money on your bonus on your company's stock, or would you buy some other stock? If you would buy other stock, just sell immediately because you've already been taxed. Those losses can only be offset against the same investment class. Yeah. Also, welcome, Cozy Sue. We're talking about taxes now, guys. Should buy stock in different industries. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if I were working for a public company and I got RSUs, I would sell them immediately rather than waiting a year. Like the taxes have already been paid, and then I would just invest them in something else. The event that makes you lose your job will also tank your shares. Yeah, because you don't want all of your income to be dependent on one company. Exactly. So true. So that's what I think. That's what I would do. I would simply sell the stocks. But yeah, I don't even remember how we got to this topic. Did we already run through the card or cringe bit? We did this yesterday. The 50-50 split. So you mean you're gonna sell like 50% of the stocks that you get and keep the other? You could do that. If they could sell the stocks, they would just pay you with money. No, but it's up to the users. they can sell the stocks. It's just cheaper for them to just give you the stocks versus selling the stocks and giving you the money. Like I mentioned, Netflix does this. Netflix, they don't give you stock, they just give you cash. And you could choose, if you want to invest in Netflix, you can. But otherwise, they pay you like a huge amount of money. They're just like, you know, we don't give you stock. You just do whatever you want. Just do what you want with this. 50 in tech, home industry, 50 diversified. Just put it all into the robot. Netflix is nuts. It does seem like it'd be stressful to work there. It's just like a lot. The risk of getting laid off for being average. Worked a job where you had to work super hard to look busy. Worst job ever. That's what I liked about my previous jobs, is that a lot of times, like, at least for me, it was like very easy. Because like the stuff that they were doing wasn't that complicated. At the same time, I felt like I was getting kind of bored. I wasn't really learning anything. And I'm sure at some point I'll get into the thing where I'm just like, you know, I just want to sit back and not do anything. For now, I'm just like, I would like to learn things, you know? Like the jobs that I'm applying for right now, I could very easily apply to like, you know, stuff that's exactly the same as stuff that I've been doing. And like the money is pretty good. But it's like, it's kind of boring. I'm like regressing in skill. And then the robo-investor puts all stocks on anyone that mentions AI in their earnings call. No, you get to choose. You get to choose like what you don't want to invest in. You could say don't invest in these industries. You could say prioritize these ones. Our government and defense contractors are where you just chill until retirement. Yeah, when I was interviewing, one of the people that interviewed me, he was like, oh yeah, before here I was working at like a government defense job for like 17 years. And I was like, wow, what the... And then I asked him like, oh yeah, what are some things that surprised you when you joined this company? And he was like, yeah, things actually worked here. We have stuff that actually worked. I had a friend at Raytheon that wanted to jump out a window after a year. I feel like, yeah, I would not enjoy government jobs, probably. It'd be so corporate. Like, some of the jobs that I've seen online for, like, you know, job listings, some of them are like, we require, like, government clearance. You have to have top secret clearance for this job. You have to be willing to take a polygraph test. You have to be willing to take all these tests to be certified. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. There were groups of managers who would move between the contractors. They would take 10 people with them. Actually, no, I think, wait. One of the companies that I worked at, what happened, I think a bunch of people there used to work for like some government organization, and they all got really bored. One of them had like a startup idea, and he was like, hey, you want to work on this startup with me? And then they like worked on it on the weekends. And then like they all left the company at the same time. And they started the startup, and then I guess the government organization that hired them was kind of upset because they took all the skilled employees. Stuff like that works. They did that. Let's see, most defense contractors think they are working on cool missile tech, but it's actually filling out paperwork. There are some jobs that I've seen, and like, for me, it's the opposite. Like, I don't want to work on that. There were some, like, you know, like Rust is often used for like performance sensitive stuff. There's some jobs that I've seen that are like, oh yeah, this seems pretty cool. And then I look at the website and it's like, oh yeah, we're proud to announce we've been funded by the US military, and like they do drone stuff. It's like, I kind of don't want to be responsible if like to work on this system that like has drones that do drone strikes or whatever. I'm like, I don't want to do this. So like I just did not apply to those places, even though like the tech seemed interesting. It's like the possibility for it being used for like to kill people. It's like that doesn't feel right to me. Like I don't want to do that. There was also one that was like, you know, oh yeah, we do like distributed databases for like offline networks and stuff like that. Like, you know, it applies on planes, right? You have like a bunch of people on a plane and like they coordinate data between each other. And I'm like, yo, that sounds cool. And then I looked at the website and it's like, this also has applications in like the military and like, you know, synchronizing data between air fighters or whatever. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Do I ever check companies on Glassdoor? All the time. All the time. Polygraphs don't work. Contractors, consultants are famously not loyal. I don't think the missile is written in Rust, but like the drone software is. Like the software that's used to like, you know, near field networks, you know, mesh network topology used to like communicate between drones and stuff like that. Like some places like they mention like, oh yeah, these drones are useful for coordinating search and rescue missions and all that. But then I'm always like, well, there's also the possibility that the government uses this to kill people. And like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, synchronizing data between air fighters. Let's see, I know a guy who did some military tech stuff a long time ago. Took him home from the hospital at 4 a.m. when he broke his ankle at a party. At 4 a.m.? You guys having parties at 4? Oh no, sorry, he was at the hospital at 4 a.m. I don't know. The US spends trillions on defense, but the real eye-popping figure is the wastage. They do spend a lot of money on the military. Anyway, the way I found out that they were doing like military stuff was actually like on Hacker News. You know how like on Hacker News they always have these posts that are like, hey, join this company, we're doing all this cool stuff. There was like one commenter that was like, hey, just so everyone knows, they do stuff for the military. And then everyone was like, is there proof? Is there proof? And then I learned that the military actually has like a public page of like all the companies that they've sponsored. And so like if you want to check whether a company you're interested in is working for like the military, there's like a website. You can look up the company name and then you can see like, okay, the military sent like $3 million to this company for this stuff. And then you're like, okay, maybe I don't want to work for this company. Let's see, at one point I was reading a paper that mentioned Adobe. Got curious how the corp culture is. They're a big company producing popular software. They're one of the top employers on Glassdoor. Yes. Wait, what? What is that? It turns out they're one of the top employers on Glassdoor. Is that it? Just that they're positive? That their reviews are good? Also, welcome Nanodan. He broke his ankle at 11 p.m. I see. They're very positive. But like some companies, they have their employees leave positive reviews on the website. There was like this one company that I was looking at, and it was like a startup. It was like pretty new, and they have like no listings. There's a website called levels.fyi where people list their salaries, and like that company did not have a listing on there, and yet they had like 30 something reviews on Glassdoor, and a lot of them were posted on the same day. And I'm like, did the company like tell their employees to write a review on the website? Because it seems kind of suspicious to me. I mean, it's kind of weird that a company that's this small has like 30 reviews on Glassdoor. They probably have like 50 employees, so like I'm sure something's going on there. Doesn't even need to be employees. I don't know. Yeah, it could just be one guy. Don't companies just pay to have their negative reviews removed? I don't know. I heard that Glassdoor, quote unquote, does not do that. I don't know how true it is. They have said that they don't allow people to just pay to have their bad reviews removed. I don't know. They said that Adobe laid off sales staff and similar before touching their engineers. Yeah, stuff like that happens. Sometimes I'll read about like a company that seems interesting and then I'm like, maybe I should apply here, and then I read about it and it's like they laid off 300 employees. And it's like, what? How come I've never heard of this? And then I hear that it's all like sales staff. And I'm like, okay, I guess that doesn't really affect me. Anyway, I'm going to end my stream. I know we're on an interesting topic. However, we're going to see what day today is. What day is today, guys? You guys know it's National Hot Dog Day. You guys know that it's Flight Attendant Safety Professionals Day. It is National Football Day, American Football Day, Urban Beekeeping Day. Got it's a bunch of days, a bunch of people's birthdays as well. Yes, change the topic by kicking everyone out. Okay, what's a good day? National Hot Dog Day raid. Yeah, let's do that one. You could say Glizzy Day if you want. National Hot Dog Day raid. And let's see who to raid. Alright, let's see. Choco Jacks is streaming art, as usual. I'm sure Handflow is going to be streaming soon, right? What does he play on Wednesdays? Is this StarCraft? Okay, let's see. Who do I want to raid? Jerma streaming? You can watch Jerma. I will raid someone. I will raid someone who is streaming. Let's raid Uto. What's he doing? He's making a robot that eats. Alright. / raid. Alright, thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow with Dark Souls 2. And Friday we got Miku Picross. Saturday, I don't know. I gotta find out something to play. Saturday, there's games we can play. We can play Planet of Lana. That's a game. We could play this game about a mushroom. Smushy Come Home. We play A Little to the Left. It's like a puzzle game. Another puzzle game called Feed All Monsters. It's a photography game called Alicon. I don't know, there's many options. There's many things we can do. Also, welcome Denchi and goodbye. I will be playing Mini Motorways at some point today by myself. Off stream, because it's a fun game. And that's it. That's all. The raid is about to go. Just looking at that countdown. It's counting down. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking. Thanks for watching. Have a good Wednesday or Thursday. Goodbye.